tell you another story today. The story is about a husband named Adam and a wife named Eve. Adam and Eve have been married, I don't know, maybe let's just say, call it 10 years. Good people, good hearts, really striving for just happiness in life and just doing the best they possibly can in the midst of everything. Adam and Eve doing the best they can to raise their kids. And day in, day out, in the midst of everything that goes on in life, they're just working hard for their marriage. It was a tough fall of 2018 for Adam and Eve, just because of some of the dynamics with their in-laws. The circumstances in both sides of the family are really not as important as anything else, but just to know that there's been a lot of stress inside Adam and Eve's heart. And in Eve, particularly Eve, a lot of the stress, not only with her family, but with Adam's family, has reminded her of some of the things that she doesn't like about herself. It brings her back to a lot of her childhood, where she's just struggling with a lot of things about her. One of the things that Eve struggles with is just her own perception of her body, her beauty. She constantly compares herself to other people. And sometimes she notices Adam's behavior doing maybe the same thing, and he's kind of blind to it. After a very difficult Thanksgiving and after a very difficult Christmas, Eve finds herself here in January of 2019 just struggling. She's kind of in a funk in life, just struggling with her own perception of her beauty. And it might be a little small thing, but one of the things that Eve doesn't like about herself is her nose. It's a little short, pudgy nose, and she wishes she had a more elegant and long nose. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that whenever she's in a funk like she is in right now, she just kind of hates her nose. And one day Adam walks in the midst of just being who Adam is. And he looks at her, and just in a moment of grace, just walks up and gives her a little kiss on her nose. And Eve just kind of instinctively pulls back because, just the space that she's in and doesn't like her nose, and all of a sudden Adam kissed it. And Adam kind of picks up the behavior. He notices what's going on. He knows his wife. He understands that part of his heart. And he looks at her and he says, "I love you, especially your nose." You might be asking yourself, "Father Mark, where are we going this morning?" Well, first of all, if your nose is short and pudgy, I love your nose. But all of us, just like Adam and Eve, have things about us that we don't like about us, right? Could be your nose, or it could be things that are really, really personal on the inside, like Adam and Eve have. We all have behavior. We all have parts of our history. We all have parts of our body. We all have parts of our current life, our past life, that we don't like. And one of the things that threatens our ability to live in awe of who we are as unique and irrepeatable, one of the things that threatens that is the fact that a lot of times we don't like a lot of the things about us. And it's important for us just to acknowledge that today. Don't have to make a federal case about it. Don't have to mind it. Don't have to really unpack it any more than that. Just know that there's a lot of things about you and me that we don't like about you and me. However, I just want you to consider the fact that God loves to kiss your nose, right? God loves the things about us that we don't like about ourselves. And in the moments in life where it's hard for us to love ourselves, I want us to imagine today that God loves us there. And it's not that God loves us there because God's in a good mood. God loves us there because it's who God is. God is love. It's not what he does, it's who he is. And if God is pure love all the time, then that means God loves the things about us that we don't love. Maybe think about that today. Not about the things you don't like about you, but think about the ways that God loves you in the ways that you don't love yourself. Let him kiss your nose. Let's live in awe of who God is and who we are in the midst of him. God bless you.